Good evening, everybody, and welcome to your Friday night service.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome.
Are we all well? Jacqueline Manley says, sorry, my get up and go has been and gone.
Oh, well, that's all right. Same as me.
Yeah, mine has today as well, but there we are. Sorry, my watch has just decided to tell me it's 7 o'clock. Well, I know it is because we are live across the Facebook and the internet today.
And before we start, for those of you who don't know, congratulations to our Tony, who has now been endorsed and he's now a reverend. So well done you, darling. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And
yes,
also, oh, go on. I was just going to say, just for those of you who don't know as well, our Gina's had a small setback. She is back on the mend now, but she's had a couple of really rough days. So any healing you could send out to her, we would be very, very grateful. Thank you.
Oh, Sean, of course. The Thomas family in Bridlington who've lost their young son, Harry. Oh, bless you.
Oh, dear. I'll put him in my healing book now.
Yes, I'll make a note to add him to the healing list. There we are.
Right. What's the name? The Robinsons.
Tom, hang on. No, not that one. The Thomas family in Bridlington who've lost their son, Harry.
Oh, bless.
Yes, it was a bit of a shock yesterday when Lynn rang and said, you know, we'll ordain you today. I thought, oh, heavens, but there we are. I don't know.
Yes.
Comments are randomly adding themselves to the screen. I do apologise, people. But today we have 4 people sat backstage. I can see them all sat there smiling at me for on-screen readings today. And then what time we've got left at the end, we will do some blind readings as well. It's just the list I've got is really long now, so I'll get through the names we've got, and then when I'm down to about the last 4 or 5, then I'll ask for some more people to nominate themselves to come on screen. And the Higgs are here. Oh, Paul, yes, of course, right. I didn't know.
Good evening, Paul. Good evening, everybody.
Yes, everybody who's come on. Amanda Stacey, Karen Cleal, everybody.
Oh, hi, Amanda. Long time no see.
Yes. I am sorry about your loss, Amanda. I did put you on our prayer list. I will now open the service in prayer, followed by the Lord's Prayer, if that's all right. Could we blend our energies together, please? Great Spirit, Father, Mother God, we are truly thankful that we are able to gather together in your name tonight across this virtual space. Can I ask for your blessings to be upon these proceedings this evening, and we promise that everything we do will be done with love, honesty and praise in our hearts. We humbly ask for our guides and inspirers to come forward to support and to guide us through tonight. I also ask that the loved ones of those present step forward to offer messages of truth, proof of love and upliftment, so that we know, Father, that there is no such thing as death, that the human soul will just carry on forever. Father, at the end of this evening, I promise that we will hand back to you everything which is rightfully yours with love, honour and glory. Amen.
Amen.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. And give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
Over to Poetry Corner.
Thank you, darling. Thank you.
No problem, sweetheart.
Right. I was sent this on Tuesday morning, wrong one, by one of our lovely congregation, Michelle Sheldon. And she didn't have a title for it. She's wrote it, but I've just called it Little Butterfly. Fly away, little butterfly, to a heavenly land. Follow your heart and let your wings expand. Follow the river that leads to the path. Fly past the water where the robin takes a bath. Fly past the trees where the birds build their nests, pulling their little ones close to their chests. Stretch, little butterfly, show all your pretty colours. Your colours are sharp, so much brighter than the others. You are a brave little butterfly. You are very much loved. You can now go meet your family in the heavens above. I will see you once again when my spirit leaves my body. And I won't forget you, my darling butterfly. Mummy loves you. I'm so sorry. Fly away, little angel, to a heavenly land. I will see you in the future when my pretty wings expand.
Oh,
I think that's beautiful. It's so sweet.
absolutely gorgeous. And Michelle's on. I've just seen some
Yeah,
love heart.
well, yeah, that's absolutely beautiful. So, and I did say when she sent it to me that I would read it tonight. So there you go.
Correct.
Thank you for that, Michelle. Thank you very much.
That.
And as always, with Michelle's consent, if you want me to put it on the site, I will do.
That would be lovely. I think that would help a lot of people. I really do. If Michelle's okay with that.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, we have got 4 victims. I mean, recipients. And I will bring them onto the screen in the order that they arrive backstage. So it's nice to see this gentleman. I've not seen him in a while. I think I last saw him in Bridlington. I've seen his name on the feed a couple of times, but I think the last time I saw David was in Bridlington, if that's right, David.
Yes, it was, Tony. You're right. You're right.
Wow, there we are.
That's great to be on, and what a lovely poem that was.
It was absolutely beautiful, wasn't it?
Thank you.
Really lovely.
Congratulations, Tony, because it's
thank you.
Very, very well earned and deserved.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. That means a lot. David, as I'm connecting with you and I was talking to you, I have a lady that stepped forward and she's coming really close because my shoulders went very goosebumpy as she came in and gave me her energy. So I know this lady would have been on a very close family connection to you. She feels very maternal around you. She's got a very maternal energy towards you. So if this isn't mum, it will be somebody who's like a mother figure, because I don't want to go up any higher up the generations, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Very close grandma. Yeah.
Oh, right. She didn't feel like a grandma's energy.
Oh, no, very much maternal type.
Yeah. It really, that's why I said I didn't want to go up to grandma level, because it feels like a mum. Right. Okay. As she's bringing her energy through, I do want to say I want to be a very calm lady. Her energy as she's bringing it to me feels very level. I don't think much would have phased her, or it wouldn't have appeared to phase her. She would have taken a lot in her stride and just got on with it, because I feel she had dealt with a lot in her life. So she had the equipment and the armor to deal with whatever was thrown at her. And she's saying, and you, she's bringing the energy through and saying, and you. So you must be like that. If stuff is getting to you, you don't show it, and it's you just take it in your stride and think, right, there's nothing I can do about it. We've got to deal with it. So let's see what we can do. Yeah. And she is making me aware that at the minute she's just around you with some healing. So I don't know what's up. She's not telling me, but she's given me a bit of healing to bring through for you. And I get green energy for physical healing and lavender energy for emotional healing. And I want to mix them together for you, if that makes sense, David. Okay. So I feel like there's a little bit of something going on physically. And also she just needs to lift you up a little bit and give you some support and upliftment. She wants me to be, you know, I'm really bad with dates, but she wants me to acknowledge around the 20th of a month for a birthday, anniversary, or a passing to spirit. like I say, I can be a couple of days either side of that, but around there must mean something to you as well, matey. And she also wants me to be in March as well for birthdays, anniversaries, or passings to spirit. And she's also taking me. Oh, right. She's actually taking me on a tour of the north of England. I don't know why, but it's like I want to be here, there, and everywhere. So I don't know if she lived in lots of places or she visited lots of places, because it's like, I know you mentioned Manchester, and then she's back over at the coast, and then she's around sort of South Yorkshire and North Yorkshire, and she seems to be all around that sort of middle stretch, if you understand. Also, I got one of these the other day, and I haven't seen one since my grandma had one. I've got a little brass bell. I don't know what shape it's in. The one I had the other day was a crinoline lady, where the crinoline was the bell, but I can just see this shape. I don't know if it was sat on a mantelpiece or a shelf, but I've just got it sat somewhere. And my grandma had one of them as well. You know, the fire companion sets with a little poker and shovel and a brush. I've got one of those in the shape of, my grandma's was in the shape of a knight, and that's what she's brought through to me. It was a suit of armor, and it was hung on the back. But she's, my grandma's just showing me that just so I've got the reference. I don't know if that was the same, but I've just got the reference of that for you. And I've also got to say that I know Michael got a bag of Army and Navy tablets earlier while you were backstage, but I've got sweets like that in white paper bags, you know, when they used to get them shoveled out of a jar. And she's handing them to you, so I don't know if she would have like given you a bit of change and said, go and get yourself some sweets from the corner shop or something, or she would have given you the sweets, but she's just handing you those as a memory.
She would have given them. Yeah, she loved a mints and a hot dogs
and she's what else is that? I've got the lavender bags that used to hang in wardrobes and things. She's just bringing all these memories in for you, sweetheart.
Yeah, she loved lavender. She loved lavender, and I was fascinated with her open fire as a kid. So that would be.
With the companion set. Yeah. Okay. I'm not getting much more off her, matey, other than she's just giving you huge thumbs up, and she's just saying she's so proud of the way you've grown and developed and learned the lessons she tried to instill in you when you were little, and you are exactly the man she would have wanted you to be, if that makes sense. Yeah. And she's just saying, just keep on as you are, and don't let anybody change that, because you're fine in her eyes. You're perfect just the way you are, sweetheart. And I will leave that with you, and I will see if Irene's got anything.
Thank you, Tony.
Okay,
thank you, Tony. Hi, David. Right. Excuse me. First thing I've got to say to you, sweetheart, is that I don't like asking questions, but can you just please tell me, do you know how old your house is?
House?
Yeah.
About 1750.
Right. Okay, that explains it then. Because on the white wall at the back of you, I have a gentleman and child stood. And the gentleman is... I'm 6 foot, it'd be a little bit smaller than me, and is quite slim build. So I don't know if this is an ancestor of yours or if it's somebody else in the family. But he stood behind you, but he's got one of those tricorn hats on. So that's why I asked how old the house was. So I'm wondering if he's a resident that comes in visitation before you came into the house, because you're only 21, just like me. So, he's gone. What have you done to him, Tony?
I don't know what I can tell you. That the plane silly
cut you off,
with me.
Perhaps it's this gentleman. He cut you off in your prime there, David. But also, he's also carrying a child. So you would understand a child within the family that's spirit side. I'm not saying it's your child, but there would be a child that's growing up in spirit, sweetheart, because he's got the child and he's brought the child to show me. Okay. If you can't think of it now, you might have to ask, sweetheart. Okay.
I have a tricorn myself, of course.
Right. Okay. Well, he's got the tricorn, and in actual fact, as you said that, he put it on your head. This gentleman, I don't know who he is, but he's a lovely gentleman, and he's just telling me that he doesn't want to harm you in any way. He just wants to come and be nosy to see how things are done today compared to when he was there, sweetheart. Okay, so he's a historical figure. He's not giving me a name, but he's dressed in the dress of the day, and he's talking about being sea-bound. So I knew he would have been either a sailor or a master of a ship or something like that. Perhaps you could find out the history of your house and maybe find out. But it's a child that's coming, and I've got long curls, long ringlets, like sort of curly hair. So, and I can see she's absolutely stunning. I can see her on the wall, and she's got this beautiful smile on her face, and she just wants to come and say, sweetheart, that you're okay. And I don't know why she's telling you that, but you would have to understand this child, because this child comes very close to you. So I know the child belongs to your family, sweetheart. Okay. You might have to ask about her, but she's skipping around you and she wants to play. So I don't know if you like playing games when you was younger, but that's the sort of thing that she's giving me, sweetheart. She's giving me skipping ropes and chalk, like we all used to do, hopscotch and marbles and all the old-fashioned games. But she's also talking about vintage cars. So, and this is very strange for a young one, I must admit. But would you understand somebody, if it's not you, who has an interest in vintage cars? Or worked with their hands as a mechanic?
Not that I can immediately think of. I have encouraged people to bring vintage cars into the Old Town at Bridlington, part of the Forces Festival.
That'll be what it is then, sweetheart. I know it's something to do with the vintage cars, and because she's talking about riding in one of these vintage cars, sweetheart. Okay. And she's pulling away from me now, and the lady's stepping forward. I don't know if it's the same lady that Tony had, but I've got this lady who's very elegantly dressed, very smart, wearing a nice suit of the day. She looks like that she's 40s, 50s, where they had these suits very tight into them, and the cloth hats and all that. And this lady's coming forward, and she says, I've been in spirit a long time, but she's going back in the family. You might have to look where this lady is. She's not giving me a name. She's talking about a Vicky or Victoria, but I'm not sure if she's referring to the Queen of the time, which was Queen Victoria. Okay. But she was saying that you've done very, very well for yourself. You've really pulled yourself up from where you were as a child. You've worked hard for what you've got. Okay. And she's talking about somebody, if it's not you in the family, who has a diabetes type condition that has to watch the blood sugar. And she's also talking about somebody having to go to hospital for hospital or doctor's appointments, sweetheart.
Right. Okay.
Again, if you can't place it, it's nothing major. It's just, I'm not sure if she's referring to maybe somebody in the family that's got to have one of these COVID jabs or something like that. Okay. But she's coming, and she's she's wanting to say, keep on doing what you're doing, sweetheart, because you're doing really well. And
Okay.
you if you keep on going, then they will keep on helping you as well. All right.
Okay.
She's talking about going to church, this lady. So I don't know if you'd understand somebody in the family that had a big faith that used to go to church quite regular. But this lady is referring to that. And she's saying that it's sad that these days a lot of the churches, like our own spiritualist churches, are not having the congregations that they used to have, sweetheart.
Okay.
She likes where you live. She says, because I like living by the sea. She likes where you live. And apart from the gentleman that I can see on the wall, you would understand somebody in your family that works either on the trawlers or is a seaman of some sort, because they're talking about going out on the trawlers or maybe even working with the lifeboats.
Yeah, not aware, Irene, because I originally am not from this area, so.
Right. Okay. Ask among your friends. That's what this lady's saying. Ask among your friends, but somebody in there will either be working either on the sea or even in the merchant navy, maybe, or working as a volunteer on the lifeboat, something like that, sweetheart.
I've got a good friend who lost relatives with the lifeboats.
Oh, bless.
But perhaps that's what it is then, sweetheart. Bless you.
Yeah.
Perhaps but it was important that you knew about the lifeboat, darling. Okay.
Absolutely.
Right. That sort of put that together then.
Yes.
I haven't really got a lot more for you, darling, but this lady is so pleased that she's been able to come and talk to you, even though you might not know her now. She says there are photographs, but they're old ones. So if you go back into your family photograph albums, you might find this lady. Okay.
Century sounds like, doesn't it? If it's Victoria.
Well, she mentioned Victoria, and then she said Queen. So I'm not sure if she's referring to the name in the family or she's referring to Queen Victoria. But it was, or she was young when Queen Victoria passed away, if you understand what I mean. But it was that sort of Victorian era.
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely lady. She comes with a lot of love for you. And she's just saying, carry on what you're doing. And I don't know if you are spiritually aware, but she's saying work on it, if you understand that. Okay. And as she's left me, darling, she's just given me a great big wave and blown you a big kiss and says, I'll come and see you again soon.
Oh, that's great. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
All right. You're very, very welcome. But just ask about those things, sweetheart.
Yes, I will.
And if you've got a tricorn hat as well, because he just put it on your head, bless him.
Yeah.
Okay, then, darling. Well, thank you so much for working with me. God bless you.
Thank you very much for coming on, David.
Thanks, both of you. Thanks very much.
Okay, then. Bye-bye. Have a great night.
Bye, darling. Bye.
Okay. Next, we're going international. We're going all the way to Connecticut with Patrick. Hi, Patrick.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello, Patrick, once again. How are you, my darling?
Are you okay?
I'm good, thank you.
Oh, good. Well, I hope you can understand our Yorkshire accent because we're a bit broad around here.
I've been listening to you both for a while, so I'm good at it now.
Oh, that's okay then.
Right.
Well, if we spoke right broad Yorkshire, you'd never be able to understand us. It's a language all of its own.
I don't understand it. I've lived here 24 years and I still don't get it.
You've got an excuse. You live in the northeast. You live amongst all them Geordies.
Right.
No,
I'm not a Geordie.
I didn't say you was a Geordie. I know you come from Durham and Newcastle's the other side. I know. It's a person that comes from the northeast of England, Newcastle on Tyneside, all up there. They speak their own language up there.
We do.
But
We do.
but Durham is Newcastle is that side of the country, and Durham is that side of the country, and never the twain shall meet.
No. Anyway, do you have a link, Irene?
I do actually. I've got a gentleman that comes standing forward for you, Patrick, and this gentleman is coming in close and is making me feel very warm. So I know he's a family gentleman, sweetheart. And he, all right, darling. He's coming in. He's saying, "Granddad, granddad," if you would understand that. And he's coming in on a link and saying, "You've done very well for yourself over the years," if you would understand that, sweetheart. Because he was saying that he started out with virtually nothing, and he built up his work and things in his community that he did for other people, if you would understand that, please. He's not giving me a name, but he's just he says you're very much like him in your ways, and if he was to the side of you, you could tell you was family, if you would understand that. Right, he's talking about somebody having a love of music. I don't know if you play an instrument or somebody in the family plays music, but he's talking about somebody having a love of music. Come on, darling.
Oh, I grew up playing piano, but then I did some singing.
Right. Okay.
Wow.
That's where it'd be. That's exactly where it would be, sweetheart. And it he's saying he doesn't know why you gave it up, because you was good at it. You could have gone on to bigger and better things had you kept it up. But there's still time, he's saying. There's still time. Okay. And he's talking about, oh, right, okay. I know that I've just given David a faith in the church, but he's talking about there's a big faith in the family with the church as well. And I know in America it's different to what it is over here. There's lots of different churches and worship places, and I never know which one I'm going into, except of course if it's a Catholic church, because obviously they're the bigger ones, so I know them. But he's just saying how wonderful it is where you live, and he's basically saying what I said to you before we came on, that how beautiful it is at this time of year where you live in Connecticut. He's talking about somebody, because he's just put a pile of books in front of me, so he knows somebody likes the reading. And can you take me? He's talking about somebody who had a cancer type condition. So would you understand where that is in the family, please? He's not saying if it's a lady or a gentleman.
Well,
but there was
my dad did have prostate cancer at one point, but that's not what he ended up dying from a stroke. But my aunt had brain cancer and one had breast cancer.
Right. Okay, that's absolutely fine, because as I gave it to you, he did put up 3 fingers, so I knew there was 3, but he didn't tell me what it was or where it was. But as long as you can understand it, sweetheart, that is absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Would you understand where? I don't think it's you. Would you understand where somebody in the family is moving from their current place and moving to another one?
Oh my God. I'm moving.
You're moving, right?
If I just
okay.
could give you a quick background of it is I'm in my parents' condo right now. They're both deceased. I live in 20 minutes away. The house has been empty for 3 years, and my brothers and sisters have been saying, do you want to move into your mom and dad's place? It's just empty. And I've been struggling with the decision, and I finally made the decision with my brother's help, and I'm still second guessing it. But he said, Mom and Dad would love for you to take over their place. So I'm so confused.
Right. Okay. Well, let me put it right for you, sweetheart. They're talking about this gentleman. I'm going to call him Grandad because I'm sure that's who he is. He's saying, don't second guess, move. If there's something that you don't like, you can always change it to your taste. And because sometimes when you move to somebody else's house, it's not to your taste, it's a little bit old-fashioned. So what this gentleman is saying is, go and have a look, see what needs to be done, see what you would like to do with it, and basically rearrange it how you want it, decorate it out, and there you go. Bob's your uncle, as they say. Okay, don't second get yourself, sweetheart, because he's also giving me documents, legal documents here, because I've got parchment paper, and I know that's legal documents, so that would be the signing over of possibly a house or another legal document that you have to sign. Okay. Okay, sweetheart.
This whole moving thing has been so anxiety for me the last 2 weeks. It's amazing that that's come up.
Well, he's talking. He's saying that your stress levels are over the roof, and he said, "Don't stress. Just keep your feet on the ground. Get it done. Get the papers signed. Get it done, and you will be a lot happier once that decision has been made, and it will lift off your shoulders, sweetheart. Okay." And somebody like, I've never had one, so I wouldn't know, but you would understand somebody liking pumpkin pie. That's a new one on me. I've never had pumpkin pie before.
Well, I know I like it, but my I don't know if anyone was like there. I mean, everyone ate it in my family. I don't know about a specific person.
Right. Okay. That's absolutely fine. As long as you can take it, sweetheart. But he mentioned the pumpkin pie, and he's also mentioning having a big day on your Thanksgiving Day, which is November sometime, isn't it? And he's saying that you had some beautiful days on Thanksgiving Day. He's pulling away from me, sweetheart, but he leaves all his love with you, darling. And I've got to give you a beautiful bouquet of roses from this gentleman for you. And I'm going to see if Tony's got anything for you. So good night and God bless. And thank you for working with me. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, Patrick. I don't have the gentleman's energy, but I do have a lady that's been connecting with me. And I know you talked about stress, but all of a sudden I've got a really banging headache, and shoulders and my neck feel like they're tied up in knots. So you can have that back because I don't want the stress. but the lady, she's connecting with me. She's bringing me a very maternal energy. I know you said mum and dad are both passed, but if it's not mum, it's just the internet's playing up again. The lady, as she's connecting with me, she's giving me I feel very tight around my chest, so either heart or lungs would have been an issue sometime in her life as she's connecting with me. And she's also she's acknowledging a condition in the head. I don't know if this is a stroke condition that she's acknowledging, spirit side of life, or something else that interferes with the cognitive processes of the head. So the thinking, the speech would have been impaired. Oh, bless you. That would do it. And she's also talking about it must have been quite a long period of time as well, because I don't feel like this was just a few months. I feel like I'm going a lot longer than that with this process that she's just bringing through for me. She wants to thank everybody for their patience, because from where she is now, she can say that it can't have been easy to deal with and to cope with. She's also talking about around the, I'm really off with dates. I don't know why they do it, but I can be a day or two either side if they give me a date, but I want to be around the 13th of a month for birthdays, anniversaries, or passing to spirit. And she also wants to talk about something that would have been around now. So we're coming into sort of the end of January, beginning of February, but she's talking about something that would have been around now. So there would have been a birthday or an anniversary of a passing around about now. You've acknowledged the move-in because she's rattling house keys for me, which for me signifies that there's talk of a move. She is putting thumbs up about that, but again, we've all got free will. But she's putting a thumbs up for that. She wants to acknowledge four connected with a family. I don't know if that's mum and dad and 2 children, or 4 children, 4 grandchildren, but she's acknowledging where there will be 4 connected in the family.
Well, besides me, I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters.
Oh, so there's 4 other than you. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Where are we going now? But she is talking about 3 in spirit, which for me signifies that there are 3 energies, spirit side of life, that you would hold dear. There's more than that. I can feel more energies than that, but there's 3 that you would hold really close and dear. But she's saying they are standing with you. She's very proud of you. Like I said to David, she's very proud of the man you've become. But she wants me to acknowledge that you are your own person. I know you said you're in 2 minds and you're second guessing yourself, but she's saying you are your own person, and you know your own mind, and you know what you want. And she's very proud of that, and she likes that. You must be able to understand as well, somebody in spirit. Mum wants to acknowledge this. Somebody else in spirit who would have had problems with speech or saying their goodbyes at the end. It's as if I can't talk. I don't know if this is medically induced or if there was a problem with why they couldn't speak, but she's acknowledging somebody else spirit side of life who couldn't say their goodbyes the way they wanted to.
My dad had a stroke 6 days before he died.
Oh, bless him.
He really couldn't speak. We just camped out by his bed in the hospital until he passed.
Then you would understand somebody holding my hand, because I can feel somebody squeezing my hand and holding my hand. She also wants to acknowledge the younger lady in spirit, the lady she says that would have passed before their time. We all pass exactly when we're meant to, but she's saying she passed before her time. I want to be maybe my age. I'm 54, but I'm
54.
You're 54, bless you. But there's a lady in spirit who would have died around that sort of age, maybe mid-40s-ish. I'm rubbish with ages. I just feel the energy.
A very close friend of mine died of pancreatic cancer at 48.
Oh, right, bless. Well, they want to acknowledge that.
Maybe.
Right, okay. I really haven't got a lot more from her. She just wants to pass on all of our love. And as she's leaving me, I can smell... go on, what is that flower? It's very sweet, like honeysuckle, that type of scent. So I don't know if somebody wore a perfume that would have reminded of like a floral honeysuckle type smell. But I just got...
Am I able to ask her a question, or did she leave?
No, you can ask her a question if you wish.
The biggest reason I came on here too was the moving, which is amazing. You guys brought this up, so thank you. So now I feel better about doing it. But the last thing I've been struggling ever since she passed, she died here at home, of Parkinson's and dementia. And I was the youngest single. I was around her all these years, putting in the time of making decisions. And the last part of her life, I felt like, did I make any wrong decisions that caused her to go on the dying thing sooner than was scheduled?
Absolutely not.
I struggle
absolutely
with
not.
this all the time.
No, absolutely not.
No.
Patrick.
Everybody passes exactly when they're meant to. There's nothing that you would have done that would have implemented that any sooner than it would have done. Dementia is one of those diseases that it's awful, and it's debilitating for the person that's got it. But no. And the biggest thing I get from people who have suffered that type of disease,
you're frozen, Tony.
the energies. I know. I saw it go. The playing with the IT tonight, it's really strange. But no, the only energy I get from Mum is love. So there's absolutely nothing to be reproaching yourself for at all. Absolutely nothing, Patrick.
Thank you so much. This really was a really big help.
Bless
You're very
you.
welcome.
Bless you so much. And we will talk to you soon, my friend. Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right. Have a good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Thank
God
you.
bless.
God
You're
bless.
welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What a lovely gentleman. And we're freezing again. Oh dear. I don't know what's causing it, but are you there, sweetie? Because you're frozen again.
I am. Hi, Heidi. Are you all right, sweetheart?
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Hi, Heidi.
Good.
Hi, Irene.
Wow. I barely got a chance to say hello, and they just went whoom straight in. Wow. You have a lot of family spirit side of life, or a lot of energies. There's a lot of spirit peoples over there. Yeah. Because I feel like there's a coach just pulled up, and my bedroom's now full of all these lovely people.
Sounds like them, yeah.
And you must understand a lady. And the only way I can describe the energy I'm getting from it is larger than life.
Mm-hmm.
As she's going for me. I want to say, when I hear her laugh, she would have laughed from her toes, if that makes sense. She would have a real belly laugh, and she just loved to have she just loved positivity. And if she saw somebody sat looking a bit miserable, she'd go over and sit down and, come on, love, what's the matter? And I'm just getting, she would want to put things right for people. Does this make sense for you?
It does. Yeah, very much.
Yeah. Lovely energy. Really, really lovely energy. I've actually got goosebumps all over me. She's coming through so warm and so loving for everybody. Yeah. Oh gosh. All right. Would you understand? No, not would you understand. You must understand why she's making me feel like. Oh God, I can't say that. You're not going to change it, are you? Would you? No. She's making me feel like she went along at this level all her life, and then it's just started to go a little bit pear-shaped.
Yeah.
She said it went to you in the custard. She just said everything just seemed to start. One little thing started, and then it just all sort of went a bit pear-shaped.
Yeah, it did.
all of this, and then but she's saying our passing was quite quick and peaceful, all
Yeah.
told.
It was.
And that's all she's saying about it. It's like done, dusted, and away you go. But this is her energy. It's very much like if there was an issue, she'd have her say, then it was done and dusted, and she'd make a cup of tea and give you a biscuit and have a chat. You know, there was no
That's
grudges
her all
held
over.
up.
Yeah.
But you would understand why she's saying there's somebody around you where they're not letting things go and they're not just having their say and leaving it. It's like they're scratching at that itch all the time just to keep things going. And she's a little bit, no.
Yeah, I know where
That's
exactly
not how-
that is.
That's not how we behave, and that's not how we treat each other, you know. And she's a bit right. She's making me feel like she wants to give you some healing. Like I said, I get lavender energy for upliftment and support, and she wants to give you spade loads of that. But she also wants to give a little bit of physical healing to you, but she wants you to pass on some healing as well. So there must be somebody connected around you who needs a little bit of a boost just now.
Yeah.
Right. Well, she's just saying, you know, I need to give some healing over there because I'm a little bit concerned, but I don't feel like there's major things. It's just she's got some concerns. So she's passing on healing for that. I do suffer with my chest, but she's just pressing on my chest. So you would understand somebody here who has an issue around the chest. I've got asthma and a bit of COPD, but she's given me healing across here, and she's making me feel a little bit like I need my spray. I just feel like I need to take a deep breath. So
I've got COPD myself and heart
bless
failure.
you. Bless you. Well, that's where it'll be then. So she's giving you that. All right. She wants me to be around this. Did you say the 6th or the 16th? She's given me the 6th, but she's also saying 16. So would you understand around the 6th of a month and around the 16th of a month?
6th of the month, 6th of April is her birthday, and
Has been
18th of
significant
April
for
is
you.
mine. So, yeah, 18. Can you take 18 for that?
Oh,
The 16?
I can be a day or two off with dates. The rubbish. I don't know why they do it, but they always do. It's crazy. Right. And I also want to be around June as well. She just
That's a daughter's
said
birthday.
June. She just said June, and I wasn't sure if she was referring to a name or the month, but the month of June. Right. Okay. She's talking about something with her. So I don't. Something must have gone in with her when she was in her coffin, because she's talking about something being put down the side of her.
Right.
But she's also talking about something done in memory of. I don't know if this is her or somebody else, but she's talking about, and they did things in memory of. And somebody must visit with flowers, or used to visit with flowers.
That was me. Yeah.
Right. Somebody used to visit with flowers. Right. Bless you. All right. She's talking about a little framed photograph as well that she keeps moving.
I've got it up on the mantelpiece and I keep a candle on it. Yeah.
Right. Well, she talks about it must move sometimes because she says she pushes it, so it must twist. You must come downstairs and it's twisted a bit. If you haven't noticed, just watch for it, because she says she pushes it every now and again. And you said a candle because she's just handed me a match to light a candle. So you like you don't just like candles for her though, do you? You like candles for other people as well, because she's saying there's lots of people in your mind, in your thoughts that you keep. She's really making your necklace stand out for me, sweetheart. And there must be necklaces and rings left from Spirit as well, because she's pulling on my engagement ring, and she's pulling on I wear a cross and chain under my shirt, and she's playing with that as well. She wants
she
to
left me. She left me 2 rings and a cross.
Oh, bless.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you. That's good validation. Thank you. And she is bringing me to my watch as well. So she does want to acknowledge a gentleman's watch that's here. And it connects around her. So she's just wants to acknowledge the watch. But you would understand somebody who would have worn a fob watch and an Albert chain as well.
Yes, I do.
You'd understand a gentleman that would, because she just wants to bring him in as well to say hello. I could be here all night because they've just lined up next to me. But I wouldn't mind actually, because I do feel like there's a party going on over there as well. So you must understand, when they got together as a family, it could get quite rowdy. Yeah. Because they just, but she is telling me you are aware of them, so you must be spiritually aware, because you don't need me to tell you they're around you, because you must feel their energies.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. And just as she said, I'm going, she just handed me a baby as well, so you'd understand where a baby passed to spirit.
I do. Yeah.
But you would understand, if it wasn't this baby, a baby that took breath while it was Earth side of life as well.
Yes, I can understand that. They passed at 2 years old.
Bless you. That's fine. Still a baby for me at 2. Bless them. Right. Yeah. You can't leave me with that, sweetheart. You've got to bring something else in. Right. Okay. And she's just taken some chrysanthemums off my granddad, because he used to grow them, and she wants to hand them to you as well, so you would understand somebody like the chrysanthemum flowers, the big pom-pom ones, and she wants to leave you with those, sweetheart. God bless you. Thank you so much. I'll see if Irene's got anything.
Oh, thank you, Tony.
She gave me a really dry throat.
Thank you, Tony. Hi.
Bless her.
Pardon?
Irene, have you got anything for this lovely lady?
Yeah, hi Heidi. Thanks, Tony. Right. What I've got is I've got a gentleman that's come forward, sweetheart. I don't know if it's the same gentleman that Tony had, but this gentleman is admiring your dream catchers that you've got on the glass door behind you, or the window behind you, and he's saying that they are beautiful and that he likes them as well. Also, you would understand a dog or dog spirit side within the family that have gone to spirit. Because the dogs have come around you, sweetheart, and when I see a dog, that's for protection, darling. So they come around you to give you a little bit of a lift, because they know that you need it at the moment.
Thank you.
And I know that this lady comes to see you, but she also comes and sits with you when you're sitting nice and quiet watching the television. She sometimes comes and sits by you, and you know when she's there, because you sense and feel her presence. But she's talking about somebody doing some knitting, so I don't know if that's you or somebody else in the family, or somebody's spirit side that used to do some knitting, because she's given me some knitting needles and a ball of wool. But I knit anyway, so you know. And
that was her.
She's saying, "Will you have a walk down?" Oh, she knitted, did she? Oh, yeah. You've got some as well, right? Okay. Right, that's absolutely fine, sweetheart, because she's saying that you've still got some of her old knitting patterns, unless you've got rid of them all. She said you've kept some. Right, okay. You have. That's absolutely fine. But what she's telling me now is she's saying they knit different now to what they did when I was learning. It's a different way of doing things now. And sometimes she couldn't get her head around the patterns. But in later life, she couldn't. I don't know if it was the hands that went, or if she had arthritis, but she couldn't knit as much as she liked to.
Yeah,
if that would make sense.
She had Parkinson's.
Oh, bless her.
Wasn't able to knit. Yeah.
Oh, bless her. Well, she's quite happy now, because she's got her knitting needles back.
Oh, lovely.
She's knitting up there. And would this lady, or is it you? Somebody would have liked a little glass of sherry now and again.
That was
on a special. That was her because she's
It's not
bringing
her,
that in.
yeah.
Right, okay, because she's bringing in the little glass of sherry, and it wasn't every night. It was just on special occasions, like if it was a birthday or Christmas or something. And what she's saying, she said, in my younger days we had some good Christmases. And I know that Tony referred to having a party in spirit, but she really was the knees up Mother Brown girl, because she used to enjoy them, didn't she? She really did. Anything for a family get together, she's telling me. But she's saying it until this the Parkinson's took hold of her properly, she enjoyed herself as much as she could. And she just wants to say thank you for looking after and helping her along the way a bit, because she couldn't have managed without you, sweetheart. Okay, she just wants to acknowledge that because she knows what you did for her. Okay. She hasn't got much else to say because she's getting quite emotional now, sweetheart, and she just wants you to know how much she loves you. And I know that Tony's give you the chrysanthemums, but I've got to give you some beautiful roses from this lady from Spirit.
Lovely.
Okay. And she says that she's going to come and see you again as soon as she can. All right, darling. And I'm going to leave her love with you and say good night and God bless.
Thank you very much, Irene and Tony. They were lovely messages. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
God
You're
bless.
very, very
Thank
welcome.
you so much for coming on, sweetheart. I'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye, love. Bye. Oh, another lovely lady.
And now we're going over to one international again. We're going over to Ontario.
I thought we only had 3. Oh, we've got another one, have we? I thought we only had 3 ducks. Sorry.
Yeah. No, we've got Jackie. Hi, Jackie.
Okay. Hello, Jackie.
Are you well?
Where's Jackie from?
From Lancaster, Ontario.
Sorry, from?
Lancaster, Ontario.
Lancaster, Canada. Oh, well, we've been to Kentucky and now we've gone off to Canada. Well, why not?
Hey, and Brid. Don't forget Brid.
Yeah, and Brid. Yes, and Brid. Where was Heidi from?
I'm not sure.
Right, okay. Well, when he said Lancaster, I thought Jackie meant Lancaster, Lancashire, England.
No.
No. Right. Have you got a link, Tony?
I have actually. I'm hoping it's not one of Heidi's leftover. There's a gentleman's energy and a lady's energy that want to connect with you. And I've got one stood one side of me and one stood the other. The lady's connecting first, and the lady, as she's connecting with me, I want to say she's coming through with another lovely energy, actually, as she's connecting. She's, come on. She's not quite as forward and pushing herself forward like Heidi's did. So she wouldn't have been a lady that she wasn't as full on with her energy. She was a little bit more, she was calm and quite reserved, if you would understand. But I also feel she would have liked to understand people, get to know people before she really opened up to them, if you would understand this. I feel she would like to almost like slowly, be polite, be courteous, but get to understand people before you let them into your inner circle. So I feel she would have really close friends, then an outer circle, and then acquaintances. And I think you had to work your way through the rings, if you would understand, before you really got to the inner circle and you got to know her. Right. And she's telling me you can be a little bit guarded as well with people. You don't always tell people everything all at once. You sort of drip feed, if you understand, and you tell them. She's just corrected me and she said, no, you tell people what they need to know and no more than that. So you tell them exactly what they need to know, and that's it. Not, which is what mediums like, don't we, Irene? Just tell us what we need to know, yes or no.
Absolutely.
Okay. She's also, I want to give you huge spade loads of healing energy as well from this lady. And again, I want to give you a mix of physical healing and mental well-being and support, if you understand. So I feel like I need to give you, hang on, I need to give you lots of upliftment and support for yourself. I've got to give you a little bit of physical healing as well, because just you must need a little bit of physical healing as well just now. But I've also got, again, for you to pass some on for somebody as well. So there must be somebody around you in your circle who isn't feeling quite themselves just now, and they just need a little bit of healing, if you understand. Right, because I do feel she's around you all quite a lot just now, and she's just aware of what's going on. It's none of our business. We don't get to know. We just get told that they're around you, and she's saying we're all around you. So you would understand why all of the family group, because I feel like there's at least 3 energies around, or maybe 4, that are pulling around you. They're pulling around you. And it's almost like you would understand, like they've linked arms, and it's like, we've got your back, we've got your back, we've got your back. Would you understand? No, you must understand as well why she's saying, oh, I can't use that phrase because Jackie might not understand it. Okay, you're right. Okay.
It looks like he's frozen again.
Yeah.
This happens at times, sweetheart. We've had a few problems with the internet tonight. So what I want, all right, hang on, what's happening?
I think I'm back. We've got gremlins in our internet router tonight. We must have, because it's gone on ghost. I need to feed the hamster a bit more so we can spin on his wheel. Right. She's making me aware, sweetheart, that somewhere in your circle of friends, there's a lady, there's a person who is wearing masks. So they've got several faces, if you understand. So they're all sweetness and light, but then they'll go around and go, you never guess what she said, you never guess what she said, and you never guess what he's done. But what this lady's saying to me is, just calm as a what's it, and calm as a madam, and she can come round and sort things out. So just wait your time, and you'll understand. You'll see people get their comeuppance. She's also talking to me around the 20th of a month. I can be off with dates, so from like maybe the 19th, 21st, but around there must be significant for birthdays or anniversaries or passings. But she's also wanting to acknowledge a recent passing, and recent for me is between now and 5 years ago. So within the last 5 years, you would understand where somebody went to spirit, and you would understand somebody who went to spirit younger.
My niece.
And I mean, quite a lot younger. I
Yeah,
feel like
she was
younger.
like 24, 25.
Oh, bless.
Yeah, I'm in my 40s. So I also, somebody must like meringues.
Ooh.
Because I've got meringues. But I also want, what else have you got for me? As she's leaving me, sweetheart, I want to give you a silver bracelet. I've got a bracelet around my wrist, silver bracelet, and she's playing with my wedding ring as well. So she's there must be rings left from a lady's rings left from spirit that I feel have been passed through. So they've been passed through. She's also given me a quill pen to sign documents with, and when I get that, that's a sign of official paperwork that you would need to look at, or somebody close to you would need to look at. I don't know if this is from like a lawyer or what this is, but it's official paperwork that needs to go back to officers rather than letters from friends and relatives. But we do everything by email now, so I don't know. But I haven't got much else, but as she's leaving me, I've got to give you white lilies. You would understand where white lilies was either somebody's flower or they were with at somebody's funeral, but I've got white lilies. And I've also got to give you, somebody must like really sweet things, because I've got bags and bags of sweets, unless they're for him behind this curtain here. But somebody must like the sweets, because I've got really sweet things. They're not sweets I recognize, but I don't come from Canada. But I haven't got anything else for you, sweetheart. I'll say God bless, and I'll hand you over to Irene and see if she's got something.
Thank you, Tony. Hi, Jackie.
Hi.
I'm not sure who I've got with me, sweetheart, but I do know it's a gentleman that's come forward for you, darling, and he's just saying that that because he's referring to the fact that you're not. He says you're very slim, if that makes sense to you, but you're but. He says that you, when you get started, you pack a punch. You're not a woman. You're not a lady to be messed with, you know. And he did touch on what Tony said about you only telling people what you wanted them to know. And he says keep it that way, because you're a lady that keeps things close to your chest, and you don't like people knowing your business. Okay. And he's referring to somebody doing crafting. Now, whether this is sewing, knitting, making cards, drawing, art, I don't know, but he's referring to somebody doing some sort of craft work. And he's saying that you make some beautiful things, sweetheart, and he really likes what you do. Oh, you made that, did you? That's lovely. Yeah, that's beautiful. I like the colour. I like the colour. I think it's a lovely colour blue. Yeah.
Covered at the back, right here.
Right. Okay.
Well,
Well, you can do better than me. I can't. If I put a drill in the wall, my husband has to come and take it off me. Otherwise, there's a track right across the wall. So, anyway, don't let me loose with a drill. But no, he's saying that you have had some tough times, sweetheart. And sometimes you felt as though you'd never come out of it, but you have come out of it, and you've come through it with bells on, he's saying. So he's giving you a double thumbs up, and he's proud of you for doing that, sweetheart, and he's proud of you for sticking to your guns. So somebody must have been trying to say to you that they wanted you to do something that you didn't want to do, but you said, no, I'm going to do it this way. And he's referring to that, and he's saying good for you. Well, I know that you've got the blue door there, and that you've done, but blue is very significant colour for you. You like your blues, don't you? Because he's put you in blue, and he's putting you in all different shades of you. Blue is your colour, and he really likes to see that. He's talking about. I don't know if you have to have any blood tests or doctors or hospital appointment, but he's talking about you going to see the doctor. It's just for a checkup, nothing major. And is it you that has problems with your eyes? Because he's making my eyes mist over. So I don't know if you need new glasses or if you've just had an eye test, but he's talking about you getting your eyes seen to, sweetheart. If it's not you, it must be somebody around you that he's talking about. Okay. He's not really giving me a lot else, sweetheart. He's just wanting you to look after yourself, darling. So because he knows that you've been a bit down. Oh, hang on. Would you understand somebody who went to spirit after having a stroke, sweetheart? Stroke type condition? Because he's right. Okay, thank you. Because he's talking about that, and he's just said, I wonder if this is this gentleman, because I've got to tell you he's okay now. If you understand that, he's okay now, and he's back to his normal self, if that makes sense to you, sweetheart. Lovely, lovely gentleman, got a lovely, lovely soul. And I don't know if you know, but he comes to see you. He comes in visitation, and he has a good look. He's had a good nose around your house, you know, and he's saying, you know, that you've got everything where you want it, and you're okay as you are, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's okay, sweetheart. All right. And he's talking, I don't know if it's you or if it's a younger member of the family who wants to learn how to do the art, draw and paint and stuff like that. Would you understand that, sweetheart? If you can't understand it, ask around, because there's somebody that likes their art as well, and likes working with colours in one form or another, whether it be artwork, interior design or fashion, but they love the colours. Okay. And on that respect, they like yourself because you like your colours as well. Okay. I haven't got anything else for you, Jackie, sweetheart. He's just leaving me, and he's just saying how much he loves you, sweetheart, and I've got to give you all his love, and he'll come and visit you again soon. And I'm going to say good night and God bless.
Thank you.
Good night and God bless. Yeah, I hope that was okay for you, and hope to see you soon, sweetheart.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, good night. God
Enjoy
bless,
the rest
darling.
of your day.
I will.
Bye.
Of course, it's daytime over there, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
I think you're about 5 hours.
Exactly.
behind.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Talk to you soon.
Right.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Have a
Bye-bye,
good day.
darling. God bless.
And
James
speaking
Blunt.
of Ontario,
Yeah.
Matthew Stapley's on.
Oh, hi, Matthew.
James Blondes from
Canada
as well.
Not sure how this guy.
Well, that's a long message. I've been told that my ex is going to show. Well, I'll read that later. Well, thank you, everybody, for a wonderful night. It's been absolutely lovely. So Sunday we'll be starting about 6:30.
Okay.
It'll be the divine service. So we'll be sending out healing. We'll have a couple of people up for on-screen readings, and the rest will be blind readings.
Okay.
Evelyn Brown's in
Arizona.
Wow.
And Matthew likes your haircut, Tony.
Oh, thank you very much.
What about mine, Matthew? How does he get the compliment and not me? Ha!
You say.
Favoritism.
I've got the vibes. Anyway, it's been a lovely evening, wonderful messages. Even if, I mean, they were all on screen readings tonight, but even so, there is healing and there is something everybody can take out of other people's messages. So just take what you... Irene, you're just overall amazing as always.
Oh, thank you, Matthew. I've got the spare bedroom ready.
I'm telling my husband. Anyway, it's been wonderful. It's been lovely. And like I said, Sunday's our divine service. Then Monday we'll be back for our regular Monday service. Wednesday and Thursday there'll be the other New Christian Spiritual Society services in Bridlington and in Littleport. Fingers crossed, Nick will be back on duty on Thursday night and he will be leading the service. And that'll bring us back around to Friday when we shall be here again. And hopefully by then our Jean will be feeling a little bit more herself. But if you could please just everybody pass on the healing to everybody who needs it, whether they be sick in mind, body or spirit, like we always say in the prayer. So it just remains for us to say good night and God bless. And do you want to say the opening prayer? No, we're not starting again. The closing prayer.
Yes, my darling, I will.
And I will sing a song.
Okay then, sweetheart. Can we bow our heads, friends, please? Dear Lord and Divine Father, thank you so much for this wonderful service over the internet, visiting all corners of the world tonight. Could I please ask for healing to be sent around the world, Lord, to our animals and to our wonderful Mother Earth? And as I close the veil between the two worlds, could I please ask for a guardian angel to be with each and every person that's been on with us tonight? And until we meet again, please stay safe and well. Amen.
Amen. Lord, keep us safe this night, secure from fear. Angels guard us while we sleep till morning light appears. Amen.
Amen. Right then, my darling.
And I pray that the Lord bless you and keep you safe until we meet again. Thank you very much.
Good night, everybody. God bless. See you
Good
Sunday.
night. God bless.